yesterday when we were out here, I failed to mention some of the landscaping that we've done back here. Like all these rocks and this little patio area. Come on, buddy. Speaking of the landscaping outside, there's actually a lot around this house that has changed since the last time we did like a house tour or anything. So, thinking we'll probably do an updated house tour maybe tomorrow. I don't know, if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing, let me know, because a lot has changed now that we have a dog and we've had to like puppy-proof the house, so. So I showed you guys Thor's feeding arrangement yesterday, but today I wanted to show you little Kashits. With her, we actually just, we kind of like open feed her. We make sure that her bowl is full all the time so that she can eat whenever she wants throughout the day. And she's a good kitty. She doesn't overeat or overindulge, so she's not overweight or anything, so it works out pretty nice. We also, we leave her the second bowl that has some catnip in it, so that anytime she feels like taking the edge off, she is free to do that. And she even has her own little water fountain over here. Because for some reason, it's the weirdest thing, she won't drink like stationary water out of a bowl. She will only drink water if it's like fresh coming out of the faucet. Hello. So by having that little fountain, it kind of like simulates coming out of a faucet, and she's more likely to drink it. And yes, that is your bag of treats on the floor. She says, I would like some, please. Not right now though, okay? I was just talking about you not overindulging, and here you are begging for treats. She's so spoiled that she has an entire room up here to herself. This is technically her bedroom. She has like this little ledge that she sits on and watches the people go by down on the ground. She has like her little scratching post and toy and everything. She likes this as her main bed, this chair. And like I said, it's been a while since we did any sort of like house tour or anything, so that's definitely something that I want to do. Because a lot has changed around here since the last vlog series.
You were doing this like you don't know.
Get him. Get him.
Thor. Thor.
I'm just gonna give him hiccups.
Get down. Get down. Get it. You're like, what was that sound?
So, we had a little bit of an accident. Thor had a little bit of an accident. He went outside to do his business, and he did his business, but we didn't realize that he stepped in his business. And then he came inside, and we noticed a very distinct smell starting to follow him around the house. And sure enough, his back paw was very, very dirty, and he's tracked some stuff around the house. So we have to clean and sanitize the floors now. And I came up with an idea to, we tried like wiping it off the bottom of his paw, and it kind of came off, but not completely. So I came up with an idea to take him outside to his little pool, fill the pool up with some dog shampoo, and let him like play around in the pool and kind of like wash his paws off a little bit. Thor, you gotta watch your step, man. You can't do that. You gotta watch where you're walking.
Okay. Pretty speech. Pretty speech. I think this first.
You know you hate water, you hate grass.
It's some suds to his. There you go.
Alright.
So it was.
Wow. Puppies are basically children, but Harrier. Fun times as a husky owner. And now to clean and sanitize the floors. You know, this is actually one of the benefits of not allowing him to go upstairs, because if he had been tracking that all over the carpet, it would be much, much worse. I can like see his footprint on the floor. It's gross.
Playing songs by Puppet from Spotify.
Oh, he's a beauty. Hello. Don't look at the camera, that's nasty. Say hello. Snoot.
Rob, before I come back to you,
Man,
let me say that we're
things are getting crazy.
minutes away from a
Emily is eating carrots and Thor really, really wants one. Thor, don't beg. Come on.
I have nothing. I'm just exercising my mouth. I'm scared of who's gonna attack me. You're so cute. Send help.
So, if we weren't already stuck at home indoors due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we're now also stuck at home indoors because our city started a curfew tonight at 6 o'clock due to ongoing protests in the streets. So, looks like we're not going anywhere for a while. But you know, I actually did want to share a little bit about our pandemic story as I feed Thor his dinner, because things have been kind of crazy. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you guys know that things are crazy for everybody. I'm not trying to say that our situation is any worse than anyone else's or anything. So on March 15th, I did end up getting laid off of my job. My workplace was forced to close during the pandemic. It was not deemed an essential business or anything. And then shortly, like just a couple hours later that same day, Emily got laid off of her job because her workplace was also deemed non-essential. The fortunate thing was that her workplace, even though they had to lay everybody off, they continued to pay her and all of their staff for about a month until April 11th. That was the last day that she received a paycheck from them. Unfortunately, my workplace was unable to do that, so I did have to apply for unemployment, which that became a pretty crazy battle in itself. I don't want to go like too much into our personal stuff, and I don't want it to sound like I'm like complaining or anything, because just sharing my story. So I applied for unemployment, and as I was filling out the application, it asked if I am available to accept new work without any type of restrictions. Because, you know, technically, if you're on unemployment, you're supposed to be actively looking for new work, and as long as you're doing that, they'll continue giving you your benefits. And I don't know how it is in other states, but in our state, you have to even, like, I think apply to like 2 jobs a week or something like that, and prove to them that you are actively searching for work. So when I applied and I got to the part of the application asking about if I can work without restrictions, obviously I had to say no, because I do have restrictions. I have some pretty serious health restrictions. Even if there wasn't a virus that I am more susceptible to because of my cancer and my treatments and everything, there's a lot of stuff that I just can't do. I can't do any type of physical labor. I can't really work super long hours because I get tired. I can't stand for too long because I get weak and I get tired. So I filled out all this information, and I got denied for unemployment, which I thought was kind of shocking. and a little bit unfair because I had been hearing that during the pandemic, our state was not even requiring people to look for new work like normal. So I ended up sending in an appeal, kind of explaining like, this doesn't make sense. Why would I be denied because I can't look for new work unrestricted when people are not actually required to be looking for new work at all? And so about 2 weeks later, after that, I got accepted for unemployment. I started receiving benefits, and then one day I received a letter in the mail that said I received benefits that I was not entitled to, that the appeal decision had been rejected, and I was required to repay all of the unemployment benefits. So, needless to say, that was pretty frustrating. And unfortunately, I did end up going about a month and a half without working and without getting paid. Again, we were fortunate that Emilee's workplace was able to keep paying their staff, and then by the time hers ran out, restrictions started getting lifted around here, and my workplace was able to reopen. So the good thing is, as it stands, my workplace is reopened, and I am doing all of my work from home. You know, I don't like to talk about my work in these videos. I kind of like keeping all that stuff completely separate. But I am super fortunate that I work for a company and I have a boss who is extremely understanding about my health problems and my condition. So things could always be a lot worse. And I remind myself of that constantly. And I think that when it comes to like all the current events going on right now, I keep telling myself that despite my health problems, despite my cancer, I'm in a very privileged and fortunate situation. And that is something that I do not take for granted. And for those of you who are not also in that same situation, I want you to know that I am standing in solidarity with you, and I am on your side in this fight. And just like that, day 2 of the new vlog series is in the can, or in the card, as it were. And actually, looking back through all the footage for the past 2 days, I may have titled these vlogs wrong. These aren't so much our Hallow life as they are our Thor life. Seems like he is getting the majority of screen time here on these vlogs. But that is going to do it for us tonight. As always, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one.